Hello children, welcome to the science online class. Okay, after the terminal exam we are meeting in the video class. Okay, the next lesson we are going to see is body movements. It is in the biology category. Okay, in this lesson we are going to learn about the some of our body movements and how they are moved and which parts are used to help to move. Okay, so these are the things we are going to see in this lesson. First, what you have to do is sit absolutely still. Okay, sit in a standard place and don't do anything, and observe your movements in the body. Okay, you may feel that you will blink your eyes time to time. Okay, after even time you will feel that your eyes are blinking, and you can also feel about the breathing. Okay, breathing movements. Okay, so like this there are so many movements that are happening in our bodies. Okay, imagine that you are writing means which part you will use to move. You will move your hands. Okay, hands and fingers you will move. Okay, and also if you turn, okay, if your friend is calling you at the back bench to you, then you will turn your neck. Okay, or turn your face to your friend. Okay, so in these above examples you will your body will in the same position, same place, but some of your body parts will be moved. Okay, and also there are the whole body movement will be there in some other situations. Okay, while you are stand up and if your teacher is calling means you will go. Okay, stand up and go to your teacher. Okay, on the time your whole body will be moved. Okay, from one place to another place. Okay, and also you can walk, run, skip, jump and move from one place to another place. Okay, and also some of the animals will show these movements. Okay, and there is a table in the page number 66, table 8.1. How do animals move from place to place? Okay, first column is you have to write the animal name. The second one you have to write the body part used for moving from place to place. Okay, which body part it is used to move. And the next one, how does the animal move? By walking or by running or by slithering? Like that you have to fill these tables. Okay, and the next one, walk, run, fly, jump, creep, crawl, slither and swim. These are only a few of the ways in which animals move from one place to another. Okay, so all the animals are not moving by the same method. Okay, they will use different methods. Okay, different way of movement they will have. Why are there so many differences in the way that animals move from one place to another place? Why is it that many animals walk while a snake slithers or crawls and a fish swims? Okay, for these questions we will see the answers in this lesson afterwards. Okay, first of all we have to look up the human body and its movements. Okay, we have to first going to learn about the human body and its movements. Okay, let us look closely at some of our own movements. To begin with, before looking at all these varieties of movements in animals. Okay, do you enjoy doing physical exercise at the school? How do you move your hands and legs while doing different exercise? Okay, if you are doing exercise in the school means you will move your hands and legs in a different way and different directions. Okay, thus doing this you will do the exercise, physical exercise. Okay, let us try some of the many movements our body is capable of. Only we will do the movement that our body is capable of, that movement. Okay, in that next paragraph they have given that you have to imagine that you are bowling a ball at an wicket, okay, imaginary wicket. Okay, how do you move your arm? You will rotate your hands, isn't it? Completely you will rotate your hands and throw the ball. Okay, but you only throw your you only rotate your arms only, but the shoulder is at the same place. You won't move your shoulder while throwing a ball. Okay, and also you can lie down and rotate your leg at the hip. Okay, by lying down you can rotate your leg at the hip. Okay, and your arm at the elbow and the leg at the knee. Bend your arm. Okay, you can bend your arm at the elbow and the leg at the knee. Okay, and stretch your arm sideways and bend your arm to touch your shoulder with your fingers. You can bend your arms, okay, with your fingers to touch your shoulder. Okay, so which part of your arm did you bend? Just answer me, which part of your arm did you bend? While you are touching your shoulder, we will bend our elbow to touch your shoulder. Okay, and straighten your arm and try to bend it downwards. Okay, you have to straighten your arm and you have to bend it downwards. Okay, without bending you cannot bend your arm. Okay, bend your arm downwards. Okay, for this one you will use some movement, that is you will bend your some of the body parts, then only you will do that actions. Okay, and like that try to move the various parts of your body and record their movements in table 8.2. What is in the table 8.2 ma? You have to write your body part, whether that part is rotates completely, you have to write. Whether part is rotate completely, you have to write yes, otherwise you can write no. And rotates partly or turns, you have to write yes. And bends, if that part is bends, you can write yes here. Okay, and if we lifting some parts, you can write yes here, otherwise you will write no, does not move at all. Okay, some of the body parts will does not move at all means you can write yes here. Okay, so do this table with your own knowledge. Okay, and the next one, why is it that we are able to move a few parts of our body easily in various directions and some only in one direction? Okay, from these above activities we can know that we can move our body, some of the body parts very easily in all directions, but some of the body parts in only one direction only it will move. Okay, otherwise it cannot, some of the body parts will cannot move in all the directions. Okay, so for these questions we are going to see the answers above below. Okay, now this is an activity, so you have to take a scale lengthwise on your arm. Okay, place a scale lengthwise on your arm like this, so that your elbow is in the center. Okay, you have to place the scale, your elbow is in the center position, and ask your friend to tie the scale with your arm. Okay, and now try to bend your elbow. Now you have to try to bend your elbow. Is it easy to do? No, we cannot bend our elbow because the scale is attached with our arm. Okay, and the next one, did you notice that that we are able to bend or rotate our body in places where two parts of our body seem to be joined together, like elbow? Okay, it is easy in our body. Many parts are like the joints. Okay, joints means two bones are joined together. Okay, that point is called the joint. Okay, these places are called joints. Joints means the two bones. Okay, the place where two bones are meet are called as the joints. Okay, so by these joints only we can move that body parts very easily. Okay, can you name more such bones, more such joints. If our body has no joints, do you think it would be possible for us to move in any way at all? Okay, because of these joints only we can freely move our hands and legs. Okay, without these joints, okay, all the, if it is a long bone means we cannot move it. Okay, we cannot move it freely. Okay, so and also what exactly is joined together at these joints? Okay, what are the things joined in these joints? Okay, they have given that press your fingers against the top of your head and face, neck, nose, and many of our bodies. You will touch and feel that hot substance. Okay, you will feel hot structures. Okay, in this one, these hot structures are called as the bones. Okay, these hot structures are called as the bones. Okay, the hot and also in our body there are so many bones. There are so many bones in different parts of our body. Okay, but bones cannot be bent. Bones are the hard structure, and they cannot be bent. But how do you bend your elbow? Because the elbow is not a bone, it is a joint. Okay, joint means I have already told that joint means where the place where the two bones are meet. That place is called as the joint. Okay, by the joints only you will move your or bend your elbow. Okay, children. So similarly there are many bones present in each part of the body. We can bend or move our body only at those points where bones meet, that is the joints. So there are different types of joints in our body to help us carry out different movements and activities. Let us learn about some of them. Okay, after this I will show some pictures. Okay, and I will explain. Children, this is the skeleton. Okay, in this inside of our body, bones are arranged in this manner only. Okay, so this is called as the skeleton. Skeleton is nothing but the joints of arrangement of bones in our body. Okay, so bones are the hardest part in our body, and along with the muscles, the bones are used to move. Okay, these are the bones. Okay, diagrams of bones, and this is called as the joint. Okay, a joint already told that where the place where the two bones are meet. Okay, so this is the examples for a joint. Okay, so in joints there are many types of joints are there. Okay, in the first one we are going to see is ball and socket joints. Okay, to understand this joint, we have to do an activity. You have to roll a strip of paper into a cylinder. Okay, you have to roll a strip of paper into a cylinder. Make a small hole in an old rubber or plastic ball, and push the paper cylinder into it as shown in the figure. Okay, and you can also stick the cylinder on the ball. Okay, just you have to make a hole on the ball and insert the paper strip, the cylinder paper strip inside it, and you have to also stick the cylinder on the ball. Put the ball in a small bowl. Okay, put the ball in a small bowl. Okay, does the ball rotate freely inside the bowl? Does the paper cylinder also rotate? Okay, if the ball is moved freely inside the bowl, along with the ball, the paper cylinder also rotate. Okay, so now imagine that the paper cylinder is your arm and the ball is its end. The bowl is like the part of the shoulder to which your arm is joined. Okay, the rounded end of one bone fits into the cavity of other bone. Okay, the bowl is also a bone. Okay, and the ball is also a bone. So the rounded end of one bone fits into the cavity, that is the hollow space of the other bone. Okay, such a joint allows movements in all directions. Okay, you can rotate the ball in all directions, isn't it? Likewise, it is the example of ball and socket joint. So this joint is placed in our shoulder. Okay, in our shoulder. Okay, the shoulder is like the bowl, and arm bone is like the ball. Okay, so by this arrangement we can rotate our hand very freely in all directions also. Okay, next, can you name another such joint? You can think of recollecting the body movements we tried at the beginning of this section. Okay, and by this arrangement you can can imagine say some other places. Okay, in our body, some other places this type of joints will be there. You can find. Okay, rotate your or move your body parts and find where are the other places the ball and socket joints are there. Okay, and the next one is the pivotal joint. Okay, the joint where our neck joins the head is a pivotal joint. Okay, our neck is joined to the head. Okay, that joint is called as a pivotal joint. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward. Okay, we can bend our head forward and backward, and also we can turn our head to right and left. So these movements are different from those of our arm that can rotate a complete circle. Okay, because our arm will make a complete circle. It will rotate in a complete circle, but our neck bones are not like that. Okay, because it will bend forward and backward, and also it will turn right to left, but it won't rotate completely because this joint is different. Okay, so this joint is called as the pivotal joint. Okay, children, up to this enough. We will meet in the next class. Thank you, children.